Hi, hello, hi. I'll be here. Do I need to dangle some keys? Listen, okay, first of all, I can't be so loud. It's almost 2 a.m., okay? And I cannot sleep, so that's why I'm doing a quick stream, or more like recording a video at the same time for YouTube, because I do have YouTube. It's just, but yeah, we're here now. Okay, I just need to just say a few things that I feel like is more important for you to maybe hear rather than me to hear. For me to say yes and also acknowledge, but I think it's more of a thing where you need to hear it. Because I think, and the thing is, if this does not resonate with you, if this is not going to be a place for you right now, today, in this stream, in this video, where you can say, oh, I'm gonna stay and listen because this is intriguing despite everything, I don't think you should be here. Because sometimes certain things in life, they take a while, again and again and again, for you to understand and learn and hear, until you will get to the point where you will have to learn and hear it and see it. There will be no other way around it until, sadly enough, something happens and you will have to learn it in a way of well, hopefully getting another chance in some other way when it comes to life, you know, if I were to say it in a very roundabout way. So I was streaming yesterday as well, and talking about authenticity and what it means in a way, right? How you get there, or I would say how you get there, and what it takes in a way. And today we're talking about the struggle of discomfort. And I'm mentioning authenticity because it is in connection with both of these things. It doesn't matter if it's your goal to be more authentic or if it's your goal to want to feel less discomfort. Both things, with you in hand, go together. There's no such thing as it letting go. It's like there's no such thing as letting that go, because if you do, basically, it's like growing something. It's like, imagine you're growing, like, it doesn't matter if you have a green thumb or not. Imagine you're growing a rose, okay? And every time, oh no, something easier, it's more simple, okay? Chia. Imagine you're growing a chia pet, okay? You know the chia pet things where it's just like the chia, which I personally, I don't like growing chia. Not the chia pet, but as like the microgreen chia. I have no clue why, but to me it smells awful. Like, I don't, and it tastes, I don't like the taste of chia microgreens, okay? Anyway, beside the point of my own taste in that way, I do have to say, for you to just imagine it, you're growing a chia pet, but every time this little seed grows, you just cut it. You let it dry out. You give it no chance for it to grow. Okay, this is where we're going with this entire thing. Because, my God, why are you not giving yourself the chance to grow? Why are you not taking the risk for you to live life, even though you want to? And the thing is, I'm not blaming you, I'm not shaming you. There's no shame in trying. I know you've tried. I know if you've put a lot of work into it, you've worked hard, you're here now, and that's all that matters. Whether or not you have times where you need to breathe, and you have to allow yourself to breathe, to take rest, and to understand that these pauses are here for you to also process things. And sometimes pauses come with this type of discomfort because it's for you to just sit with something that suddenly gets processed in a way where you can catch up to it, and you're like, oh, what is happening, and what am I doing? And then suddenly, when you are not as stable in a way, you end up spiraling. You end up ruminating, you end up being in this cycle of like these very negative thoughts. And let me tell you something, man, have I been there. And honestly speaking, I still am. It's not like I'm not talking out of my ass, okay? Out of my ass. I'm not pulling this up. I still am, because right now, for example, I'm also just thinking about what to do about my job and my career and everything else, because I have been in this thing for 8 years and I didn't want to be in here. I had to, because there was no other choice. I became an adult. There was no other choice for me but to do that anyway. Otherwise, there would have been so many other things that I don't want to talk about right now. Because I don't know if I shall reveal it. Because honestly speaking, if you see another person and your instinct, you're not even an instinct, no, your attitude is to be me. There's no way that somebody else has also gone through hardships, and there's no way that without somebody having told me that what they have gone through, that I will believe and trust that this person is a human being, going through the same things that I have gone through, or at least the same feelings that I've gone through, because there's no way that somebody really exactly will go through the same thing that you have gone through. But people will have gone through similar feelings as you, some less than others, because they have sadly been more fortunate than you. And I'm speaking especially about people that are like just born with all of this, this is not what we're talking about. We're not here to like wage out what side is better or whatever, okay? No, you're still a human being. People still get to experience certain emotions, and emotions is the same thing as freaking breathing. It is something so human and so normal to you. For some people it's harder to breathe. For some people it's harder to feel these emotions. For some people it's harder to process them. For some people it's harder to process them, sit with them, feel them, hear them, see them, whatever. But they're still there. There's no way you can turn it off. It's the same way as just keep on cutting that seed that you're trying to build. It's the same way, like grow, I mean. It's the same way you would stop yourself from any chance of being alive, feeling alive, living life. Because if you do not take the risk to grow in ways of feeling discomfort, what are you gonna do? Like, yes, it's extremely uncomfortable to go through rejections, because my god, rejections, they feel like your world just falls apart. But the thing is, this is also a part of you not being very stable within yourself, and having regulated yourself, having the tools, the resources, the practices to build upon a skill of being able to regulate yourself, your nervous system, and to feel more stable within yourself. Because you can always keep on saying like, be more confident, be more this, be more blah 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 blah. It doesn't matter if you have no way of knowing what you even need as a tool to even start something, right? like, yeah, because certain things, certain skills, you would need to start with certain skill sets first. Sorry, different way. Certain skills sets, you would need certain tools to build them, right? You can't build a house. You cannot build a house instantly or without any tools, without any knowledge, because that is also a tool. I need you to have this reminder that your knowledge, your recognition of how you think and how you react and how things feel within your own body and your mind, how that this is a tool, right? That it's a strong tool. And if you don't know that this is going to be a tool, how are you gonna do anything? Like if somebody wouldn't know that a hammer is a tool, they wouldn't know how to do anything with the nails that are just in front of them and some like boards. Like what is somebody else supposed to do with that? I wouldn't know what to do with, let's say, I wouldn't know what to do with yeah, well, I don't know the word in English right now, but in German we call it a Geodreieck. It's a ruler. It's a triangular ruler. It's a triangular ruler to like measure the degrees, etc., whatever, like very math. Okay, if you were to give me that back then as a kid, I would be like, ha, funny ruler, like what's the numbers on that and all the fancy stuff. Like I would be like, what is this? For me it's just a ruler in the end, or just like a toy, right? Like a like but the thing is, the knowledge you will gain because somebody else is telling you something about that, what it is and whatever, is going to be the tool that you will take into your hand and be like, oh, okay, well, I used to think about this as a toy or just a random ruler that I can do something about and with numbers on it, but now that I know it's a tool to properly do whatever type of math thing, okay, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, all right, okay, but now what? Because I don't know how to like calculate anything in this type of way or whatever you need that triangular ruler for. I wouldn't know that, right? Same way as like for you, maybe you would be like, okay, well, I have this, I have that, so what now? And then somebody tells you something and you're like, oh, actually, yeah, actually, okay, and it processes more and more and more. But the thing is, you have to let it happen also and allow yourself to be getting the information, because if you don't, if you resist, like if I go like, oh, I don't care about you telling me what a ruler does, because I know it's just a ruler. First of all, you're passing on a chance of something that could help you. If you're not gonna be ready to hear whatever, you know, because you can still decide whether or not you want to take whatever somebody is telling you or not. You can still decide that. You need to allow yourself to decide that, because my god, we grow up as a kids with people around us, whatever, telling us things that end up being so internalized. We think these are our own thoughts, right? But they're not. If you say, oh, I'm not, for example, I'm not pretty because I'm not a white person, as you can see, that is not the beauty standard in Europe, as like me, right? It would be very internalized if I keep thinking, oh, if I just had lighter skin, or I can't do, for example, cosplay, which I kept back then. I wanted to do cosplay a lot and I tried. This is also how, of course, in some way I kind of also got into sewing because I was like, oh, I want to do these cosplays. But the thing is, I've always been around fashion, so it didn't matter. It was just more of a drive for me to learn how to sew in any way possible because I really wanted to get into it. But over time, I ended up not wanting to do that anymore and ended up wanting to go into something totally different, which means revamping, upcycling, refashion whatever type of thing that I had around into the most fashionable piece ever, you know. Plus also being more conscious about my decisions of clothing, and whatever as a kid already, you know. But back then I internalized, oh, I can't be this, I can't be that because I'm a dark-skinned Asian woman. Especially if you have a lot of people around you who are actually the same, speaking the same language as you, but they don't look anything like you at all. Like, listen, okay, I'm a Vietnamese Lao person, I would say. I was born in Germany. So you can see, yeah, like how internalized that would end up being, because most Vietnamese people are also, as far as I have seen, very rarely, almost never, I gotta say, see, like, at least in this space of Europe, have seen a dark-skinned Vietnamese woman before. So yeah, this is where we are at. Okay, also I gotta need, oh god, it's already 2 a.m, like properly 2 a.m now. I also need to look into, am I not streaming? Yes, I am streaming. What is happening? What am I, hello? I see. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. I went off the tangent. All right. But yeah. So where was I? Discomfort. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, yeah. Tools. Okay. If you wouldn't know, of course, what are you gonna do? But the thing is, it's so easy to forget. But the thing is, this is also something that you need to practice. You need to practice to not forget certain things. And how you're gonna do that? Well, practice writing something down, finding ways, and try things. And if they don't work, the conventional ideas of something like a hack or whatever type of thing doesn't work for you, you have to get creative. Okay, listen to me. You have to get creative and come up with something for yourself. This is going to be a ritual for yourself that you need to come up with a tradition, okay? It's you, it's with other people, your relationships, it's with what you do in your life. You have to come up with certain things that will work for you. And the thing is, sometimes you gotta also remix, okay? You gotta remix a little bit. As I said, you have to come up with things for you, and sometimes they are also a whole remix of all the things you've heard from other people already. For example, like knowledge, knowing for a fact, for example, like how vitamin D and vitamin C affects your health, and vitamin B12 and sleep, how important that is to reduce cortisol, whatever, all these type of things. Listen, these are, you need to understand facts that are true, just knowledge, and people that are also telling you things that are just some type of hacks, whatever. And of course, as I said, you gotta like think for yourself a little bit more, okay? Honey, be a little bit creative, and remix, because you have to find things out. If you go to the doctor, if you don't, for example, I don't like going to the doctor for certain things where I'm like, oh, I might have some problems with that, unless I realize I really have problems with that and I have to check up on it. um yeah, you know, I still have to try. For best example, I have a fructose intolerance. Okay, that wasn't the case a, a, a while. Sorry, like a few years ago. That was not the case a few years ago. It kind of happened. I don't. It kind of happened, and I don't know if it's also because I didn't really like eating fruits that much. Like, I ate it when it was there. I did like the taste, whatever. But it's not like I really chose to pick fruits to eat. You know, if it was there, it was there. It was nice. It's the most Asian thing to do, for example, to be like taking care of your family by cutting up some oranges and then just handing them to your kid. But yeah, I might have always been there that I had a fructose intolerance or just developed over time. But the thing is, I was also thinking maybe I need to build up the microbiome again in a way to be able to handle that, because for some reason sometimes I can eat fruits without problems. Certain my cycle also is playing a role with that. But the thing is, usually it gives me a lot of problems. Let's not even start with lactose. I don't think that will never change, but I don't think I can even fix that. But with fruits, it's like a weird thing. But enough of that. But these are just examples, you know, examples to the point where I even forgot what I even started this with. But yeah, if I go back, tools. It was about tools. Whatever. I think this is where it ends. But yeah, like, you truly have to think and feel. Don't no actually stop thinking. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. Stop thinking, okay? I know it's very easy to say. You think I'm like stop to think, like, actually, yes, sometimes I have practiced this at this point to be able to stop stop thinking sometimes. But only, you know why? Only because I realized at some point I go into a flow state of doing something. And if you're in the flow state of doing something, there's literally nothing, okay, nothing at all that is happening in your noggin, okay, noggin, in your little brain, okay? There are cells, brain cells, but they're taking a break. They're like, yeah, okay, I think you got it right now, you know? And it's sometimes hard to go in and out of that deliberately, and especially without even trying. Sorry, with trying, you know, it's. Wait, what? Yeah. I get it, but it takes a little bit of practice, and practice takes a lot of time. And for you to have trust in yourself that you will make it, even if you cannot see it for the big thing yet. Just be like, okay, I cannot see it right now. I cannot see the trust that I need to have right now for me. I cannot see all these things right now for myself, but you know what? Let me just do whatever. Like, just do something that will take me there, which means maybe resting, maybe just living life, being around people that you love, or people that you need because of socializing. Doing something with the things that you like, or, well, consuming certain things for entertainment, or whatever. But you will get at a point where it will change regardless. You cannot stop it. And it's especially in the moments of you feeling so like like what am I doing, whatever. And this is the most discomfort you will feel. And in the moment of discomfort, you will not realize that you're actually doing exactly the thing that you think you wouldn't be able to do. It's your body and your soul and your mind literally processing things and letting you go through something. But the more and more it gets louder for you, the more and more you will understand, especially if you're not gonna want any of that to regulate and to grow or whatever. Like, my god, you will resist all of that. You will resist that in ways of pushing it down, wanting to get rid of it, wanting to end it, whatever it, like, end the feeling and whatever, like rushing out of it, slamming the door and not ever allowing it in again. This is exactly what will stifle you in ways consciously. Unconsciously, it will just be there waiting for you to consciously decide that it has been there. And my god, will it really give you a gut punch at the first time to be like, oh my god, why didn't I not see it in the beginning? Why didn't I not just accept that in the beginning? Why didn't I just do that in the beginning, right? It's such a gut punch. For me, example, I was talking, what is happening? Okay, I was talking to a friend today where I was also talking about certain type of progress and whatever, right? And I was like, oh my god, like, I still feel like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I'm here, I'm there. But it took me so long to be like, oh. It took me so long to be like, yeah, okay. I am building the life that I need to build for myself. And it took time more than maybe others. And for others, it might feel like I'm building it faster than them, even though I could tell you it didn't. At that same time, I can tell you it also was because I had to go through so much to be like, I do not want to be living like this anymore. There were things back to back where I was like, no, I cannot, I do not want to be like this anymore. I do not want that for me ever again. And yes, sometimes you grieve and mourn whoever you were before that, through everything that feels so uncomfortable. You will end up grieving that because it's something that ends and has ended where you didn't even know. And sometimes you have to be like, okay, well, I'm not that anymore, and I'm glad, and things have changed, but I miss it. And I want to just maybe hug myself in that moment or whatever and be like, yeah, it's the better this way where I am right now, right? Not only that, but sometimes you end up grieving yourself because you know the connections it had with so many things in your life, the people around you, the relationships you've had, any type of thing when it comes to institutions as in like school, work, any type of university stuff, whatever, it doesn't matter, something about that, educational, whatever it is. And also just yeah, well, your family, and as I said, your relationships with people, and your relationship with yourself. Because you're like, oh, this is so unknown to me. And this is a natural thing, the unknown, to be like, oh, what is this? To be tapping around it. It's very normal. It's the same way as it is normal that when somebody walks past you, but you're not intending to look at them, but you still end up looking at them because it's literally your eyes just going, it's your body, it's your eyes, it's just a natural thing that happens. It's not, it just doesn't automatically mean that somebody is thinking about you and like seeing you in a way or whatever. Yes, people do perceive you because you're literally just there walking past. Your eyes perceive that. It happens, but as I said, it's the normal thing. That doesn't mean that somebody has been thinking about something or is deliberately truly looking at you. It's the movement and everything. It's like a very instinctual thing, right? As I said, the most human thing ever. Yeah. So that comes with that other thing as well, where I'm like, okay, well, it's the most normal thing to be like, yeah, this is the unknown. What do I do with this? I get it. To have hello? Yes. Okay. To have the courage to go through your fear and still figure out if that's going to be something still unknown to you or not is literally your own decision that you need to allow to take as a risk. And then you will be like, oh, okay, well, then, oh, wow, like, whatever, like, or you'll be like, okay, never again. But the thing is, like, for example, if you try a food that you've never tried and you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know about that, like, try it, and you will end up realizing whether or not you like it or not. And then you can be like, okay, well, I don't like it, I don't like it right now, I will maybe not like it ever, but then again, maybe I can try it at some other point again, you know, and figure out whether or not I like it still or not. And if it's not, then it's not. You will grieve the fact that you cannot take another chance in that way either, because it just doesn't work. It doesn't, for some reason, it doesn't taste good to you. And that happens with a lot of things in life as well. Jobs, for example. If you apply to a place over and over again, at some point you will have to realize, okay, well, maybe that's not something really befitting into my life. Like maybe it just doesn't align with my life. I have applied to a few places quite often and got rejected quite often as well. And I'm like, every time I was like, okay, let me try again. I know I'm gonna get rejected, but let me try again. And at some other point, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna try anymore because I know very well, first of all, I will get a rejection. Second, I know very well, deep down as well, that it actually, the reason why I'm also getting a rejection is because maybe I actually don't want it either. Because, like, maybe I also don't really want it either. And it's not the fact that I don't want to try, it's the fact that I know it doesn't fit me. Like, wherever I am right now, it maybe does not fit me at all. But sometimes you gotta try over and over again. Some people, my god, they take 100 tries for the same thing and they would get in at some point. Sometimes it takes some people less, but it doesn't matter. As I said, how, like, it doesn't matter because it's about you and understanding whether or not you need to take the chance of knowing yourself. to really think, okay, is this truly what will align with me? Do I feel safe with this? You know, I could apply to any job, and I like, as in like whatever I'm doing right now, and I would be like, yeah, okay, well, because I need a job, right? Because I want to leave, I want to do something else. But the thing is, I don't want to do the same thing again. Okay, I don't want to do the same thing again. But I do need to, because it's better if I leave. It's better if I get something else. It's better if I figure something out. Hi, Zobliton. Hi. Sorry, I didn't see the chat. I was very focused on talking. Hi, how are you doing? Anyway, I would just continue to talk because I don't know if you're here still or not. But yeah. See, now I forgot what I wanted to say. I forgot. Oh shit. Oh. Frick, was wollte ich sagen? Scheiße. Yeah, sorry, I just distracted you. No, don't worry. It's because of me. Yeah, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm so sorry for my stream lagging or whatever. It's literally my connection and the fact that my equipment cannot handle the FPS of me just moving around like this. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm okay. I'm just yapping a little bit. It's very late. I actually need to go to sleep, so I do feel tired, but that's about it. But yeah, welcome in my little cozy space right now. I'm talking about life. In fact, I'm talking about the feeling of discomfort and authenticity and growing. Because that's just something that has been a little bit of a theme today for me. Not for me, but it's just been there. And I was like, oh, okay, well, at least I have a topic for my stream. And I gotta take whatever is there. Otherwise, I would have been like, what do I even do? But yeah, like, welcome in. I do a variety of things, like crafting, arts, occasionally, very rarely gaming if it does work. Otherwise, I do talk more very philosophically about life and things. At the same time, I do record for YouTube as well. So that's why I'm so sorry if I am so deep in the flow of whatever I'm doing that I and I'm not seeing the chat in time. But we are here in time, so it's fine. But yeah, so welcome in again. It's nice to have you here. I do mind. I do very strongly mind. Why did that... Why was there any need to say that? I don't care. Lose the 8 inches then. Ooh. Brother, I can't. Why? Disgusting. Honestly, I have to say, it's... What in your right mind makes you feel it's okay to harass somebody like this? You're weird, and there's something wrong with you. I'm so sorry, but frick. Ugh. This is where I would love to be a VTuber. Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyway, Digga, bitch. That's it. Yeah, so talking about this again. About that other topic, not this, like, you. Okay, listen. Discomfort, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever. How can you learn? The fact is, okay, to end the stream because it's almost an hour already. I didn't intend to do it this long, but to God damn it, why? Listen, you gotta understand. This is also why I'm not a fan of actually looking into the chat, because I don't have many people chatting, and it's the weirdos that come in and they think it's alright to do this, okay? Fuck off. I swear to God. Yeah. Right, discomfort. How can you be okay with that, with rejection, whatever? First of all, I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now, but it's fine. I know that I am feeling uncomfortable. I can feel it in my shoulders. I can be like, ugh, that was not the nicest thing. But that does not mean it defines me or anything else. It just means that this other person is the most nastiest person ever, and just there's something wrong with you. So exactly. But yeah, like, if we are talking about jobs, like, for some people it takes all, like, it doesn't matter how many, like, if it doesn't matter how practiced you will become with writing a resume and cover letter or whatever to apply to a job, right? But the thing is, people can still tell whether or not you really want a job or not. Like, people can still tell certain things. Yes, sometimes there's also this weird AI thing behind it. But the thing is, people can still tell certain things, whether or not you will fit or not. Like, it's literally a vice versa. It's there's no way that somebody will not understand that even in a simple application, you apply because you really want it or because it's a necessity for you to do so. And that is also just a whole mind thing, a tool for you to understand that those rejections you're getting, the resumes that are not working, is for you a redirection that you need to take to be like, oh, okay, well, this is not working, maybe I need to actually tackle it in a different way. And you have to. And not only the way that you do things, as in like the way you write a resume or whatever, or whatever, it's also the fact that whether or not you really want this type of path, and how you think and react and regulate yourself, right? Because otherwise, what are you gonna do? Right? What are you gonna do? Like, yeah. Because I know people that have been like, oh yeah, like, I have applied to so many jobs and I always feel like blah blah blah. As I said, like, yes, rejection feels horrible, but the thing is, it's also a redirection to whatever you need to do, right? And also a redirection for you to really look at yourself and understand why you keep feeling like this. It has nothing to do about your worth or whatever, but truly about you learning, getting to know yourself way more than you ever thought you would. And that is also very uncomfortable to do if you're not used to that, And if you don't like doing that because, I don't know, something in your childhood, something in your teen years, the people around you, whatever the fuck, okay? A lot of things. Listen, I know, okay, I get it. Please. If you cannot see the future for yourself, try to see the present for yourself. Try to see the present for yourself. Don't be like, okay, what the frick are we talking about in the future? You can always go to the past. You can always think about the past. But the present is exactly every single moment. Because the single moment will pass as fast as it has happened. The present will be so fleeting. It has turned not even in the blink of an eye, but even faster than that, into a moment of the past, and you will not know the future. So what are you doing if you cannot see the past and keep looking at the past? If you cannot see the future and keep looking at the past, okay, take a deep breath, feel your own emotions in your body, figure out where it hurts, where it's more tension or whatever else. Like, breathe. Allow yourself to be exactly here right now. Because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You cannot build your house like this. You cannot grow whatever chia pet thing you want to grow or anything else. You cannot build a skill set that will carry you further. You yeah, this is where we walk into the authenticity thing as well, right? Authenticity is also born. It's already always there. It's born with you as you were born. Authenticity just is taken away by so many other things around you. The authenticity to love, to feel, to see, to hear. But yes, of course, I mean, I'm so sorry for the people that I'm talking as a person who has the privilege to have all these things as bodily functions, okay, to be able to have these things, okay, but like metaphorically speaking, in a way of saying it, okay, like, you know, to hear, to feel, to see. Yes, it is, you were born with it all, and there's no such thing as not being able to do it, all these type of things. They're just chipped away at you over time. As I said, you internalize things, whatever, and you become things that you're not, or more like you consume the things that you are not, because you're always already wherever you are. You will just grow and change over time, but you're still, listen, an oak tree is still an oak tree. It doesn't matter what it looks like, and it doesn't matter how it grows. It could grow like a bonsai. You could manipulate it in a way where it could grow like very beautifully, whatever. You could find it in the wild. You could, whatever, it doesn't matter. An oak tree will still be an oak tree. You are still you. Somebody else will not be an oak tree. Somebody else will be like will be a pine tree, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you will still be you in this type of way, no matter how you grow, how big, how small, whatever, how convoluted you will look or whatever. It doesn't matter. Really, it doesn't matter. But somebody else could chip away at you by taking away all of your branches and whatever, cut you down, whatever. But even if you've been cut down, like that, you will still be an oak tree. Like there's still gonna be remnants of an oak tree. You will still be there. That is why discomfort also means you becoming more authentic with yourself, because you're realizing, oh, okay, this is actually who I am. But as I said, if you resist that, the more you resist that, the more you will not be you, you know, when you do some things like people pleasing and not listening to your own feelings and to sit with them. Listening to your feelings doesn't mean reacting to them, right? Listening to your thoughts but not reacting to them, but also as in like not every thought that you have is real in a way either. Is very useless as well. Like it's just a it's a it's like a machinery up there, okay, up here. But yeah, but yeah. You know what's funny? I was thinking about this today as well. That the reason why I might also not really like grow in a way is because I try to keep it quite restricted upon my chat, because I'm like guys, no, I'm not gonna, like, what is this? But anyway, I was just reminded as I was looking at it, and I was like, damn, you. That's disgusting. Anyway, but yeah, like, this is why also people look at me and they're like, ew, why are you like this? Why are you dressing like this? Blah blah blah. Projecting upon me or whatever, because you see, oh, I'm living something that you really want to live, which means you just being you, feeling safe, feeling kind of regulated, feeling more stable, right? This is what you want. And you don't like seeing it in others because you cannot give it to yourself, because you're not allowing yourself to let it happen. So what are we gonna do? Where are we now? What are you gonna do, huh? You have to open up. You have to take a chance. You have to realize this is not okay anymore for yourself, and that you are being very insufferable to yourself. Okay? Because it is insufferable to constantly put yourself down, because it's so much painful already when on top of that somebody else does that. Why are you also needing to do that to yourself? Like, genuinely asking. I sometimes look at people and I'm like, God, I want the best for you in a way where it's not like me pushing and projecting onto you, because that is just not fair, and that is not authentic of myself to be like that. Plus it's just whatever, like, this is not me. That it would be not respectful towards you, nor would I trust you as a human being for you to figure out something that is the most human thing ever, right? So what the frick? Yeah. Anyway, before I end the stream, my video, okay, my God, I am not gonna be happy about having less sleep again. What the fuck? Before I end, listen, I don't care if you don't care about this, okay? I don't care if you're gonna be like, oh, what is this? But I said in the beginning, you don't have to take every single thing I say or somebody else says. It's your decision. What the frick? See that? What you're doing? Exactly. Why are you doing that? And then again, it's not bad that you're doing that. It's just that you need to catch yourself that you are doing that. Like, I don't think that's okay for yourself, okay? But this is exactly why I say it's nice to sometimes you want the best for other people, right? It's for them to heal and grow and whatever change, without you ever be like, you know, because I could say so many things. I could be saying so many things, honey. I could be I could be telling you the things about the world. I could be giving you the messages of whatever, okay? Of the stars and the earth and the okay, the sea. I could give you everything. But if you don't want it, what am I supposed to do? If you don't want to take it, what am I supposed to do? Like, except have you blame me for whatever. Like, but even then, what am I supposed to do? Like, what are you doing? Anyway, as I said, quickly, I have this, okay? This is a normal occurrence of my streams. As I said, variety. What is going on with your brain? Why am I being so sassy today? Then again, I don't like. Then again, it's more of a man. I am revealing myself being more sassy now, huh? Anyway, listen, guys. This is the magic of fairy tale forest, if I were to translate it like this. In German, it's Magie des Märchenwaldes. It's by Cecilia Lattari and illustrated by Julia Varetto. So yeah, these are tarot cards. I will quickly do a reading for whatever you need. If you don't need it, don't take it. You should leave. So I will say goodbye, good night, whatever. Come again. For whatever else you will find an answer to that you maybe don't want to see yet. Or for just some silly goosey haha hee time, you know. But yeah, so I'm gonna ask quickly. Yeah, well, what's something whoever is watching needs to know? Oh, hello. Alright, something fell. Oh my god. Alright. Should I take one more? Ooh. Oh, this is very on theme of what I said today. I'm gonna take one more. And one more I have been given. So we have, this is very, yes. Oh, honey, sweetie. First of all, we have Two of Cups. Okay, oh, a beautiful Two of Cups. We have the Seven of Cups, all right, which is, we have Seven of Cups. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Moon and Ten of Swords. So first of all, honey, what you need to know right now is, first of all, it is all in the most unknown things of you and the fear that you have in front of the unknown and the discomfort, because you know very well discomfort might mean something changing within you in the most millimeter type of way or in the biggest way possible that you think. And because of that, you feel like the world is crashing down, everything is heavy, whatever. And the thing is, you are being given something, but you're wallowing so much within all of this. You're grieving. It's fine. The thing is, you need to realize there's also somebody else that is there for you. In this type of time, you have a lot of options. You have a lot of things that are in front of you. You have a lot of things that you can take. There's a lot of things that could call for you. There's a lot of things that could take you down, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just a lot of things right now that are right in the present here. And as I said, it's quite overwhelming as well, because it's also throwing you in the most I don't know what is happening type of way. And sometimes, you know, we feel like I know there's something that is moving to change something in my life, but there's also at the same time the feeling of, oh my god, what is even happening, right? It happens a lot of times. It's especially present in the feelings of when we feel stuck, when we feel lost. The feeling stuck and lost is oftentimes a phase, a thing that is giving you the chance to, one, breathe, and two, become more unbothered with the fact that you are going through that, because that is the most biggest sign of you sometimes, that there's something that you need to know, something that you need to change, something that is changing, something that is really something that is changing, something that is really just coming. Like, it doesn't matter. And we have here the Three of Wands. You sweetie pie. Listen, cutie. Pookie. You've planned so much. You've done so well. You've worked so hard. Little hat pat, you know. You will find your way back home to you, to keep on building that house, to come back to yourself in many ways that you didn't think would happen, because you thought you were saying goodbye to that forever, you know. Like, we can also see that right here. You got to kind of see that again. And then we have the Eight of Wands, where you were like going and going and going and taking it all, and you're just like, okay, got it all. I will make sure to come back, but with something in hand. I will make sure something is moving by all means necessary. I will make sure that something is gonna go. And that's maybe something you need to know. I know it's scary to feel this. I know it's scary. I know. My god. Okay, one more thing. Oh, hello. At the back of the deck we have Nine of Swords. I've got the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Listen, usually I feel like they come in pairs almost. 9 of Swords. I know you feel that. I know you feel like all these things have taken you down, and just, well, as I said, they feel like you cannot move anymore, but you can. You can, and you understand. You need to understand that you have to. I know it's even harder when it comes to things that are literally a gut punch into your face. as well, gut punch and face, sorry, when it comes to things that have happened in your life. But the thing is, as I said, if you cannot think about the future, it's fine. It's fine because you need to breathe for now and slowly go at it again and move on with your life and be like, okay, I still have no clue what I'm doing, but I'm gonna go, I'm gonna keep doing this. And even if you have difficulties of having trust within yourself and security within yourself, it's fine to not have it now. It's fine, because the more you keep going, to have rest, to do whatever it takes to keep going. You know, if it's just like watching something, a YouTuber, a streamer, whatever, it doesn't matter, that inspires you in a way that is comforting you, whatever, that is also something that unconsciously will be there for you to well, learn in any way and shape you in ways that you didn't think, and it will give you achievements that you also will look back at some point and be like, oh wow, I didn't even realize that is going to happen. Anyway, something jumped out. Hello. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, basically actually what I just said. Hey, yeah, you are on that way. As I said, basically the same thing in what I said. You're on your way to have so much more. I know you cannot see these type of stars in that sky yet, in the forest actually. I know that it's hard to see certain things in a deep dark forest of your thoughts, of the things that have happened, of whatever. They shape you, but they do not define you, okay? Your past, yes, is there, but you also need to understand your present and your future is also there. And they will also shape you in forms you didn't think about, but you will have to let it. Sometimes it takes wandering around quite often until you understand that. Until you understand that it will all be fine. You will be able to embrace that, and you know, just and we have Page of Wands. Literally at some point you will be fine again and take upon you the things that will lead you and guide you to whatever you want to be doing. As I said, it just takes sometimes different ways to tackle things, different ways to do things. Because, for example, as I said, and oftentimes mentioned, I've been doing my job in different places for 8 years, and I don't like it. I do like it at the same time. I don't like it at the same time. I have tried to go towards my goal anyway in this type of form, because I know this is important and this is shaping me and helping me and supporting me with some better tools, as I would say. I was able to climb up a ladder, fell back down because some things happened in my life, and did this over and over again and realized, oh, because now I'm realizing, oh, actually, yes, I don't like the job, but I do like the job because I like the way that I am working, and I like what I am doing in general. I just don't, I would prefer doing it in a different way and chasing my dreams. Um, because this does not feel like I'm chasing my dream. But the thing is, I am chasing my dream. You know why? Because I keep showing up for myself to be like, oh yeah, okay, well, it's not my dream thing to do right now, but I do have to do that. I have to also do myself justice by understanding that sometimes it's enough to be at this place and I have to wander somewhere else. Oh, I am, oh my god, I am elated. This is the last thing, okay? Oh, maybe one more card, but we got the got the death card, which speaks of transformation. You know, which speaks of transformation because something is ending and starting again eventually. And it's funny because recently I was thinking about how the Tower, the Death cards, and the World and the Wheel of Fortune all seem like they all seem tied together, but they have so many subtle different messages. And for me, the Death card is like the most beautiful thing anyway, because I just know it's something so good. Like I truly embrace it, and this is also maybe a thing that you need to know. Embracing these type of moments that feel like it's just what the freak is happening. And I'm not talking about dangerous things, okay? You also need to understand what is dangerous and what is just uncertainty, what is the unknown and what is truly just danger. And I know very well if you're going through things, having grown up with things that are already always dangerous, whatever, you will have a hard time realizing that. If somebody just gives you the bare minimum, or not even the bare minimum, and somebody else comes along and gives you the bare minimum, you will think that this is the greatest thing ever, you know? I will take one more card. I swear to God, what is this? As I mentioned, the Wheel of Fortune also came out, the Five of Pentacles, which, like, this, and I know you feel like you're lacking, but it will also come around again, okay? As I said, it's a moment of a certain transformation. It will come back around again. You will have to learn new lessons. You will have to come around again, okay? There's like, is your cute little village, what are you gonna do but walk around the same places again and again? But realize the more you do that, the more things will change, and the more things you will always realize have never been there, or have been there, or you never looked at it. So I know a lot of things are feeling like it's lacking, but you're not lacking. I think it's very right for you to be wherever you are right now. Yeah. Anyway, that's it, because I really need to go to sleep. Oh my god, I really do. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for staying until the end, even if you were like, I don't like it, like, I don't like tarot, whatever, I don't care about it. Like, it's still just take it as a philosophy thing, honestly speaking, like a fun little haha. But yeah, take it or leave it, whatever. It was still nice to have be here, you know. But yeah, see you next stream. Maybe tomorrow I will do a reading stream. I keep thinking about doing a reading stream. But yeah, I think I genuinely gonna do that tomorrow. Yeah, because let's see. I don't know what type of book I'm gonna read, but we will read a book. Will it be a German book or an English book? I don't know. I will take whatever I feel like. But yeah, we're gonna do a read aloud maybe, and then have my thoughts upon every single thing I come across. And if I do that, if I do a read aloud like this, I won't be able to have the VOD up. But what I will have is a video that I can cut down and put on YouTube to just keep my comments in there. But yeah, but yeah, exactly. Anyway, guys, bye bye, party people. It was fun seeing you. Fun not seeing certain people, but it's fine. You're disgusting. What the fuck? Yeah. Anyway, guys, bye bye. Take care.